Hey everybody, it's Biana again, and today we are going to discuss deciding whether or not to get a hair relaxer. Now, as most of you already know, I'm not the biggest advocate for hair relaxers, but since you're asking the question, I'd like to help you with figuring out whether it's the right thing for you or not. Here are 3 of the biggest factors when considering a hair relaxer. How often do I work out? Now, the biggest hurdle for anyone considering a relaxer in their hair usually begins with, the thing is, I work out a lot. One of the biggest misconceptions about chemical relaxers is that your hair is going to magically stay straight if you work out a lot. The reality of it is, if you work out a lot, you are sweating in your head. And if you're sweating in your head, you still won't be able to maintain any type of hairstyle. And even worse, the mixture of the salt from your sweat and the sodium hydroxide chemical that is in all relaxers will equal breakage for most heads of hair. My advice is to figure out an alternative hairstyle when it comes to working out. This is where natural hair comes into play. Natural hair will give you the versatility without the damage that sweating in a relaxed head of hair brings. Number 2, my hair is just too thick. Okay, so I have to be honest with you. I have had a handful of clients over the years that have opted for chemical relaxers over wearing their hair natural. Some of them had actually grown the relaxer all the way out of their hair and then decided that natural hair just was not for them. Most of them had particularly thick hair, which was hard to manage. So I will say this, natural hair is not for everyone. If a chemical relaxer means that your life will be easier, in your mind, because it's all relative, then by all means do what works for you. Just keep in mind you can't relax your hair forever. Eventually women go through hormonal changes as they get older. Relaxers can cause lots of problems later in life, which brings me to my last point. Number 3, relaxers will take their toll on hair over a long period of time. I'll say right now, and I'm speaking from experience when I make this statement, I have been a stylist for over 15 years now, and I've never had one client that has approached menopause and kept on relaxing their hair. At some point, you have to grow it out. The reason for this is that the hair gets thinner as we get older. So to continue relaxing your hair throughout menopause will make it thin out even more, even faster. Also, a chemical like sodium hydroxide should never be taken lightly. Studies are showing a link between fibroids and relaxers in African American women. So please be careful when considering this chemical, and always consult a professional when it comes to getting a chemical relaxer. I hope this helped you in making your decision on whether or not to get a relaxer. We'll see you next time.